What does the expression fail early mean, and when would you want to use it to do so? The expression fail early is a software development principle that encourages identifying and addressing errors or failures as soon as possible within the development process. The core idea is to detect problems early when they are easier and less costly to fix. This principle is a part of a broader concepts like defensive programming, agile development, and robust system design. Let's talk about the key aspects of the fail early principle. The first thing that I would like to talk about, which is the early detection errors. So the goal is to identify issues at the earliest possible stage, ideally during the initial development and testing phases rather than later in the production environment. This can involve rigorous testing, validation, and assertions. Number two, immediate feedback. So, by catching errors early, developers receive immediate feedback on their code, allowing them to correct mistakes promptly and prevent cascading issues. Number three, improved code quality. So, ensuring that code fails early when incorrect inputs or states are encountered leads to better overall code quality and robustness. Number four, cost efficiency. So, fixing a problem early in development cycle is generally cheaper and easier than addressing it after the code has been integrated into a larger system or released to users. Let's talk about when to apply the fail early principle. Oh, let's see this one. So, first thing, the input validation. So, we should ensure that to all inputs to functions, methods, or APIs are validated. For example, checking that input parameters are within expected ranges and formats before processing them. Number two, assertions. So use assertions to check for conditions that should always be true during execution. If an assertion fails, it indicates a bug that needs to be addressed immediately. Number three, unit testing. Write comprehensive unit tests to cover all possible edge cases and scenarios. Running these tests frequently during development helps catch issues early. Number four, static code analysis. So use tools that analyze code for potential errors, code smells, or security vulnerabilities before runtime. Number five, which I guess would be quite relative to number one, which is type checking. In languages that support it, use strong type and static type checking to catch type related errors at compile time rather than at runtime. And lastly, we have error handling. Implement robust error handling that gracefully manages failures and provides informative error messages. This ensures that errors are not silently ignored, making them easier to identify and fix. The benefits of fail early. Let's talk about that. The benefits of doing that. First, we have enhanced reliability. So systems that fail early are generally more reliable because potential problems are identified and um, re- rectified during development rather than manifestating as runtime errors in production. Number two, reduce debugging time. So developers spend less time tracking down the source of debugs of bugs because issues are caught and addressed when they are introduced. Number three, easier maintenance. So early failure makes the code base easier to maintain as it enforces the discipline and ensures that new changes do not introduce unexpected behaviors. And number four, which will be quite obvious, is better user experience. So users experience fewer crashes or unexpected behaviors, leading to improved satisfaction and trust in software. So let's talk about some examples of fail early in practice. We have the language features, like in Java, using exceptions to handle unexpected conditions, and instead of returning errors, codes ensures that the system halts immediately when an issue arises. We have framework and libraries, like for example, many frameworks enforce early failure by validating configuration and dependencies during the initialization phase. We have development practices like a continuous integration systems that run tests on every commit help catch issues early before they are merged into the main code base. So, in conclusion, the fail early principle is about productive addressing potential problems during the development process to create more robust, maintainable, and reliable software. By catching and fixing issues as soon as they are occurred, developers can avoid and compounded costs and complexities associated with late stage of problem resolution. This approach leads to higher quality software and smoother development lifecycle. So that's it for this video, and see you in the future.